Time for the 49ers Rush Podcast.
We are to number 81 on the 49ers roster countdown, and we have undrafted free agent defensive back. Not sure where he's going to fit. Avery Young. He came in with the score of 393. And all five of our producers rank 1 through 91. We add up those five scores. He came out to 393. Josh, the 49ers guru, is today's executive producer of the show. Now, Avery's fun because crazy experience, played 5 years, started as a true freshman at Rutgers. He's played multiple positions. He's got a lot there. Academic, all Big Ten. He's awesome on and off the field. Classroom worker, consistent, no injuries. You ain't got to worry about that. Does everything. And he fits exactly what the Niners want. I just don't know where they're going to put him. Some people have him labeled as a safety because that's what he played the last 2 years in college, but he was an outside corner before then. He's played slot. I think slot or safety is where he's going to wind up. He's got jersey number 36, 6 foot, 200 pounds. Stop me if you've heard that before. How many defensive backs can you get that are 6 foot, 200 pounds? The Niners say not enough no matter what. Short arms, 31 7/8 inch, so right at 32 inches, but not long arms. Again, his athletic profile just screams can't play outside corner. Like, there's a few things that just you have to have. Top end speed, he doesn't have. He ran a 4.78 40. And long arms. He doesn't have those two things. Now, what he does have is a great 3-cone. He's got a 6.93 cone, which tells me shifty, quick. So I think slot is where he could play, and I think safety is probably where he'll start. 37-inch vertical, that's good. 11.6 broad jump, that's good. He's only 23 years old, which is interesting because he's a super senior, right? But he didn't redshirt. He goes to Rutgers and starts right away and just was great from the start. Or it really didn't put up any bad tape. There's some plays that you can find where it's like, okay, wish you played better, but consistent and team captain, all those things. He checks the box. Now, high school, this is awesome. Josh, the 49ers guru that did the research on this, went to the same school in Pennsylvania, Coatesville High School. Now, Josh was there whenever he was younger, but communications major, graduated. He was a 3-star recruit, chose Rutgers, the Scarlet Knights. Now, listen to all these awards. I mean, he's well respected within his teams, for sure, within his community. He's known as the pride of Coatesville, where he grew up in Pennsylvania. But, again, honorable mention all Big Ten, coaches and media. He was the All-ECAC defense. He was the 2022 Iron Knight Award, which is a team award given. He was a team captain. 2020 honorable mention Big 12. Or Big Ten, sorry. Academic all Big Ten. He just did so much. And he led the Red Raiders to a 13-2 record back in high school in 6A. So, good competition there, too. So, this is somebody who's played a lot of really good football against quality opponents. Pennsylvania is no joke whenever it comes to high school football. He intercepted a pass and returned it 72 yards for the winning touchdown as a senior. Talk about getting a pick six, man. Dude's just a beast. Also played on offense in high school, 31 passes, 482 yards, scored 8 touchdowns. And as a junior, first team all-league at both wide receiver and defensive back. Like, he could do it all. And not just on the football field. Stud basketball player. He was a small forward on his varsity basketball team and ranked the 29th basketball recruit in the state of Pennsylvania by Rivals. So you can see shifty, he's just one of those all-purpose athletes, probably a better athlete than he is a specific role player. Again, safety or slot. And I don't think he can play outside, but you've got these 3 defensive spots that he could fill, and obviously special teams. Now, he's got pedigree as well. His dad was drafted by the Colts in 1985 in the 3rd round, Anthony Young. He was from Temple, and his brother Jordan is currently on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. His other brother Aaron is currently a running back at Rutgers with him. They were teammates. So pedigree, check. Off the field, check. Experience, check. All those different things. Now, his high school coach said, quote, Avery is probably the highest character player we have had in my time at Coatesville, end quote. And you'll hear about his college coaches, too, a little bit later on. Everybody loves this dude. You get these guys, I mean, team captain, the high school level, college level, academics, all those things, he's just got them. Now, if you look, again, this is a 5-year starter at college at Rutgers. And, if you look at his total stats, 326 tackles, ridiculous, 26 pass breakups, 10 tackles for loss, 5 forced fumbles. That's great. 3 interceptions, not great. You would like more ball skills, but the pass breakups are there. So he's closing on the ball, and he's getting his hands on the football, just not bringing them down as much. That's kind of the big issue. 3 sacks, 1 fumble recovery. Now, I went through his snap allocation in college. Avery Young, and it's interesting, started as an outside corner. 2018, he had 687 outside corner snaps, 131 strong safety, 8 in the slot, and 144 special teams. He was a special teamer his entire 5 years. 2019, his sophomore year, 581 outside snaps. 2020, 381 outside snaps. Then they moved him to the slot, 171 slot corner snaps. His last 2 years had over 750 free safety snaps. So he's got experience at the 3 spots that I think he's going to be playing in. I think safety is probably where you put him. And then maybe slot, but special teams is where this guy's going to have to make his cake. Now, film, watching him play a little bit, very experienced, and it shows. Awareness, football IQ, check. He's got those things. 54 career starts, it shows. His highest grade from Pro Football Focus, it's tackling. This dude can tackle with the best of them. He finished with an 88.9 tackle grade over these 5 years. So a 9.2 career missed tackle percentage. That is awesome for a defensive back. Very, very, very good. 81 career solo stops. He fits the Niners' MO for what they want with these strong, stout, run-stuffing defensive backs. If you can't tackle, you can't play for the 49ers. I don't care how good you are. But he checks that. Now, ball skills, that's a concern. We talked about that. Returner upside, he does have 34 career punt returns, only 145 yards, which is not great. But yeah, I think he's like a safe returner. He is shifty, doesn't have the top end speed, but he is shifty. Doesn't give up separation. So he's closer to, he's not near as good a player, Charvarius Ward, who was also an undrafted free agent, right? Similar skill set, similar body build, similar toughness, great at tackling, physical, doesn't give up a lot of separation. Now, he is way too handsy. Penalties are concerned. He had 21 career penalties. He's going to have to fix some things, no doubt about it, if he wants to stay on this roster. Now, listen to what his coach said at Rutgers. His coach was Jay Valai, who was his cornerback coach at Rutgers. Now he's the cornerback coach at Alabama. That should tell you something. He said, quote, Avery Young is probably going to run for president in 2030-something. Avery is awesome, great guy to be around. His tenacity and his energy are infectious, end quote. Dude's going to run for president, right? Like, you don't say that about a lot of people. This is just, he's just a cool cat, man. And, I went through just some of his social media, just scrolling just to kind of see what his interests were. Nothing about him. He's not retweeting or whatever his stuff. It's all promoting his college and high school teammates. That's all it is. And, a lot of the women basketball players at Rutgers, they got a very good program there, just promoting other people. And it just, he just fits. He fits the culture. He fits the play style. He fits the body type. He fits the experience, the football IQ. Now, let's be honest. What is it going to take for Avery Young to make this roster? We have so many corners. We have so many slot corners. We have so many safeties. I just don't see a way. Again, he's our number 81 player. 53 make the roster. So, just by numerical value alone, he's got to climb. He's got to climb a significant way. 28? Now, can he make the practice squad? Yes. Why? Because he can do it all. You only get 16 practice squad guys. There's 22 positions on offense and defense, and you only get 16. He can play slot. He can play free safety. He can play strong safety. He can play punt returner. He can play all the special teams. He has a lot of coins to kind of cash in. But you can't skate through this. He was disappointed he wasn't drafted. His dad even talked about how he wasn't, he kind of went through a similar thing, but, got in there, did what he had to do. I really hope this kid, I want to see what he can bring on the field. He's got to correct some issues, but he's a project player, which is weird whenever you're talking about somebody with 5 years starting, but he's got to learn not to grab players, those penalties, all that stuff, and he's got to make the opportunities when he gets it. And so what I really need to see from him is a team run the ball and him show off his run defense skills. That's how he's going to have to put a splash on it. So this is Avery Young. Shout out to Josh, 49ers Guru. Did a heck of a job. And I'm excited about this guy because usually undrafted free agents have like a super high ceiling, but there's question marks. That's not Avery. Avery is not a super high ceiling player. Avery is just a, right down the fairway, 260 yards or whatever in golf. And he's a safe player that checks all the boxes that once he gets his shot, he's going to be a quality player. At worst, quality special teamer. He's just got to get that shot. So that's defensive back Avery Young at number 81. And we are just going to keep counting him down over here.